Hello designers, I'm so excited you guys are back for a brand new school year in digital design. Here I'm showing you guys our digital design lab, and today I just want to give you guys a quick little tour showing you guys some of the computers and some of the equipment that you guys are going to be using this year, plus talking about some of the procedures that I would like you guys to adopt this school year. Right across from our front door, which by the way, if anybody wants to volunteer to make some art on the door, let me know. Right across from our front door, we have our whiteboard, and I would like you guys to go and read the whiteboard every day because this is where I'm going to be putting your class agenda with instructions covering what we're going to be doing that day. If you are in periods 1 through 4, you would read column A for A day. If you're in periods 5 through 8, you would read column B for B day. And if you're one of my advanced designers in designs 2 or 3, you would read this column titled D 2 through 3. And this is going to give you information about any demos that we're going to do, any assignments you have pending, and other important information. The last column titled Reminders is going to cover notifications and other items that I would like you guys to know throughout the school year. For example, if I'm sick and there's a substitute, I am going to ask that you guys check out that column. Right over here where you see the beautiful rainbow lights is where I'm going to be projecting all of the material that I'm going to teach you guys. So when I say eyes front, this is the front that I'm talking about. I'm talking about this beautiful whiteboard that I'm going to project upon and show you guys how to do different techniques using Adobe programs. On the bottom of this board, I have several different drawing tablets that I'm making available to you to use throughout the school year, especially my advanced designers that are learning how to use Adobe Illustrator. These drawing tablets are all numbered, as you can see. All of the numbers are on the corner. I don't have a specific number assigned to each student, but I am going to ask that you always take this log right over here, open it, and print your name in this column, the date, and the tablet number of the tablet that you borrowed. And then the last column I'm going to fill in to record whether you returned it or not. And you guys would do this every single day that you borrowed a drawing tablet. And that's always going to be stored there for you. Right over here, we have one of our 5 scanners, and you can find them by looking to the green signs that say Scanner Station. And this is basically where you can come and go and scan different images and objects that you would like to use on your projects. For example, when we're starting our scanography unit on Photoshop. These are obviously our school computers, our basic Lenovo lab computers. Anytime that you come in, you would basically power the computer on. Let me know if for any reason it doesn't power on, and I will fix it for you. And I will pass around a sheet with your name on it, and I would like you guys to write down the computer number on it so that I know where you were sitting that given day. You'll see that each of these computers have a little card on the top of the monitor that say OK. And when you flip them, it says help on the back side. As you know, there's usually about 35 of you and only 1 of me. So anytime you need assistance, I'm going to ask that you guys flip the card over to help, and that's going to let me know that you guys need my assistance, and I'll come over to you guys as soon as I can. When I'm done assisting you, I'm going to ask that you guys flip the card over to OK. I know it's a little bit annoying when the card goes over the monitor like this, but I'm going to ask that you please just straighten it to the best you can and don't throw the cards on the floor. It took me a very long time to laminate them. Coming right around, we have some props that we use when we're doing different projects. So I will go more into how we're going to be using those props. We have other scanning stations throughout the room so that you guys can sit at different areas and be able to scan objects for your projects as well as different images. You don't need to ask me when you're going to use a scanner. I don't need to know. All I'm going to ask is that you are considerate of the person who's sitting at the computer where that scanner is hooked up, and ask them nicely to sit somewhere else, or just take advantage and sit there before anybody else does because I'm not going to kick anybody out for you. So please be aware of that. On the walls and on the cabinets, you can see we have several different posters covering some of the materials that we are going to be learning about this year, from our elements of art, our principles of design, our principles of typography, image formats, and other content that we're going to need to know in order to pass our certification test. You are expected to keep your masks on this year at all times because the threat of COVID is very real. It's going to be up to you to protect yourself, wear your mask all the time, get vaccinated, and do what you need to do so that we can take advantage of the school year without anybody getting sick. Speaking of which, if you want to take any wipes to go ahead and sanitize your computer equipment, the scanner, headphones, or anything like that, you can just go and open up any of these drawers and help yourself to any of these sanitizing wipes and wipe down your equipment. Underneath, I have some headphone storage, so if you, for whatever reason, forgot the headphones I asked you to bring in, you can just go help yourself. All I ask is that you put them back nicely at the end of class. Perfect. If I took your phone because you were illicitly using it during class, I'm going to ask that you please bail it out from phone prison, right over here, usually kept by the door. And if you borrowed one of my flash drives, please put it back in the box. I make sure, by the way, that you write down your name in the flash drive log before you actually go and take the flash drive. And I'll make sure I check off that you returned it. When the bell rings, you're expected to leave quietly and peacefully without shoving each other. Make sure you guys go and sanitize your hands on the way out. And that should pretty much wrap up our procedures for this school year. If you, at any point in time, feel like you're totally starving and you cannot focus on class until you eat, I'm gonna ask that you go and bring your food over to one of these tables and eat it here, and do not eat at any of the computers. We want to keep them nice and clean for all of our other periods. That pretty much sums it up for sure. So I can't wait to meet you guys. I can't wait to see you and all the beautiful designs you guys are going to create this year.